Lord.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's a Carly and Nikki show, and we have a guest on tonight. We have Ted with us. Hi, Ted.
Hi.
This is my wonderful husband, who's so nervous right now because he's like, "What are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about."
I think you guys are just wrestling the list, weren't you?
Yes.
I was. It's a long list. It's a long list.
It's a long list. We've been waiting for you.
Why is my name at the top?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Oh, yeah, Sister Jane and Ted. That's right. We did it.
Oh, I'm at the top of this long list.
Oh.
No, that's not. That's not it. That's just yours is over here.
So, Ted, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you. Okay, we're on the air.
I haven't done this in a while. I mean, I did a podcast with Jake and other friends beforehand that Carley and Nicole, I think, came in on. It's been a while since I've done it. I love soccer. I work hard for my family. And I love the fact that y'all are doing this. I heard other podcasters talking about it, and you guys have already been doing it for a hot minute, where they're talking about remembering families or recipes. You know, it's not being passed down. People aren't cooking anymore, doing different things. And I was like, this is awesome, because we'll pass down these memories and jokes and laughters and genealogy or whatever.
All the funny stories.
All the funny stories.
Cry.
So I think actually we were talking about where to start. I think where to start is how Ted was introduced to our family. I think that's a probably good place to start.
That is a good place to start. That is, yeah.
Yeah.
So Ted and I started dating. I was very excited about this guy. Like, he's great. He's a stud. I'm so excited. He's so fun. We'll meet our family. Well, the first time we met our family, we all go out to dinner, and
we had to
Ted
drive. We had to drive to
Yeah.
meet them halfway because they lived in South Florida and we lived in North Florida, so we had to meet halfway for dinner.
Our parents,
Right.
like mom and pop. So we drive down there, but the whole ride down, Jacob, Nicole's husband, is going, Ted, Dennis is really, he's really jealous. He doesn't like it if you look at his wife, like make sure she has really big boobs,
really
like
beautiful.
do not. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's beautiful. Like, do not look at her boobs. Like, keep, look
Don't
up,
make eye
look up.
contact.
Like,
Don't stare
like-
in the eyes because he gets really jealous.
he gets really jealous. Like, he's just feeding him all this nonsense. That's not true, because Bob's like the least jealous guy. But Ted's like, oh, okay. And I mean, he'd only known you guys for a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like, it hadn't been very long. So of course he's believing you, and he doesn't think that you're totally throwing him under the bus.
Who would lie about that? Who would lie about that? Like, first time, like, he was so convincing.
But then we get there, and Ted, were you super nervous?
I had the menu like this. I had the menu like that.
He could not look at Mom. But she's probably like, what is wrong with
I
It
you?
was
know, she
everybody.
was like, it's so weird. Like, he won't even talk to me. Like, he won't even look at me. It's so weird. But that
Everyone was there, though. Jeannie was there, too. That's when we brought the...
No, it was just us.
That was the first time.
it was us. Yeah, it was Emily, Logan. I was pregnant with Nate, Mom, Dennis, and
Oh,
Carly.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we met down to meet them for dinner halfway at that seafood restaurant we all like. But yeah, so it's funny is yesterday was your 16-year anniversary of the day you guys got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And those pictures came up, and I was laughing so hard. I was showing the people in my office. I was like, "Look at this! My sister got engaged this day, 16 years ago," and it's so fun. So I know you've told the first date, but I would like Ted his side of it. So can you retell the?
What were
first
the
date?
pictures you showed the colleagues? Which ones?
The one at the putt-putt.
Proposing.
Yeah.
In the
Proposing at the putt-putt?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Man,
and
that
it's
was
me in the
awesome. You were
bushes,
running around
like
with
it's all
Nate
in the
on your
tree.
chest.
Yeah, and I'm in the bushes, and he's eating grass.
He's pulling everything.
Yeah. So tell your first date again.
Man.
On air.
I know. Well, it's hard. You're asked that, like, explain it. It's like, it was
Well-
planned. We had stages, things that we were going to do, and
What were your thoughts when I jumped in the pup-up pond?
I didn't have any. I was watching the whole time. Just I couldn't run. I couldn't grab you. You were gone. When you tripped, you were toast. I mean, just when you, I was proud though. Like later, as I thought about it, I was proud. I was like, she didn't dive in. She like she didn't fall in. You jumped. You were like, I commit. Like I commit. Like it's better to jump in than to go face first.
So just to
Um,
recap, their first date was at a putt-putt course,
yeah,
and Carly got a hole-in-one, and she was so
on hole
excited.
10,
Yeah, she
which is
tripped
important.
over the bricks, and
Well, it was a U shape.
yeah,
So I kept tripping over the bricks because there were multiple bricks because it was a U.
And
and it
I
was
actually,
at the elephant pond.
I was talking to friends about this and I was explaining to them because they know the elephant. I was like, you know that water where the elephant is and everything? They're like, yeah. And I was like, that's where she jumped in. And I remember just running up to her saying, you know, she made a hole in one. She putted. She thought she was hot stuff. Made the hole in one. Tripped. Hole in one in the water. Right. And I'm like, what can I do to help? And she's like, grab my sandals because they are floating down. You know, the water keeps
And
flowing up.
the elephant's
What
spitting
do
water.
you
But
Go
then
get
the
my
date
flip flop.
just kept getting worse, and she came home and was telling me about the date. She was all bruised up. She had like a lump on her head, sandburn on her knees. She's covered in pond scum, and we're like, "How'd it go?" She's like, "It was bad." I'm like, "Oh, he's never coming back. He's never calling you." Like that was the end of
The
that.
sand one.
We were sure he was not calling
I
me
was
back.
positive
We
he
were-
would never call you back.
The sand one is the one that I was like, it made me laugh probably more inside because you're in public and you're walking and it's ankle deep water and you just go. You're like, what are you doing?
I didn't just go. I Superman that.
Like, what are you doing?
I was like full up, feet out behind me.
Mm.
Supermaning it. It was so embarrassing. That was so embarrassing. Like, what about that?
No, the volleyball.
The
The
worst.
volleyball was probably
The volleyball in my
was
throat.
embarrassing. Water trip wasn't embarrassing. We're pumping the volleyball around, you know, just bumping it around, and it goes
No,
high.
it wasn't just
and
bumped. It was
she's
way up in the
she's
sky.
I got it, and I just watched it come down as it comes
And
down.
I'm trying to run like Baywatch. Like, I'm like, I got it. Like, trying to be cute in my bikini. No, that thing smacked me in my throat so hard. I thought I was going to die because I couldn't breathe because my esophagus just got collapsed. So I'm like literally trying to catch my breath. Like, I got to go in the water, guys. I'm like dying.
You can't do anything about it.
It is. If you've ever been hit in your throat, like you know how bad that crap hurts. Like it's
crying
no
and
joke.
I'm sweating. Oh,
Who was with us?
This girl I used to work with, Taylor,
Oh.
but she was like this young girl. She's probably like.
Could you
5
imagine the
She
story
was
she's
like-
telling?
Yeah, she's like 5 years younger than me, and you're gonna hear Emma. Mom's
Yeah.
not here, so
Oh,
she's
God.
outside barking.
Yeah.
she follows Carly around and just breathes on her the whole time. So every time Carly goes to the bathroom or anywhere, the dog just sits out the side of the door and barks at her.
She just barks all the time. It's so funny. Like, and yes, she likes to mouth breathe, and her breath is kicking. But yeah. Anyway,
you
this
should just
girl-
let her in with you.
No, she'll be all right. So
I
anyways,
can't handle the smell. Like it's bad because you're there. You're like, oh dear God.
so we leave the beach, and now we're heading to because it's Halloween, right? So now we're heading to, oh man, I can't remember the name of the store.
Spirit or something like that. It was like one of the Halloween stores.
Yeah, out by the beaches, and she's still in her bathing suit. Well, mind you, the skirt that she was in, that she jumped in the pond, that's still soaking wet.
And
Yeah.
jeans. It's a jean
Yeah.
skirt. Like
Right.
a knee length jean.
So I'm like, I'll hold the towel up with the, by the door, and you can, stand there, and get dressed or whatever. Boy, she hit her knee on the inside of that jean outside the door. She rolls her head back, and again, I'm just standing there watching, like, oh, just whack her head on the way into the car, like, oh, are you okay?
I saw stars. Like I literally saw
Why
stars.
did
That
you
hurt
come
so
back?
And I'm not a clumsy
Why?
person.
Why did you not see the red flags everywhere?
Same reason why people go on roller coasters. They love them, right? They come back for more. They're gluttony for punishment. Like, I was like, this is awesome. Where is this going? Like, it's gotta.
What's next?
I'm watching the TV show Wipeout.
Can't wait for date number 2.
Except it got worse because it started happening to me. Like,
Oh,
she stopped, and now it's just me.
oh man, what a roller coaster, right? I mean,
Yeah.
crazy.
So yeah. So then,
Well,
Ted-
then
so-
you invited him over for dinner, like that same week. So he was coming over to meet us for dinner. So I saw Ted because Carly
This
and I
one's my
went out.
favorite one.
Carly and I went out on a date together, a sister's date, and we went to the ale house. And I'm talking to Carly, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh," like she just disappeared. I'm like, "What's happening? Hi, where are you?" And she sees Ted, and Ted's across the bar, and Ted sees her, and they're like the whole world disappeared, and they're just staring at each other as he's walking through the bar. And I'm like, "Hey, hey," she's like, there he is. That's him.
And I was not discreet at all about it too, because I just like stared at him as he walked by.
Well, he wasn't discreet either. I was like,
No, I
anybody
know.
see me? You see me? I see you. You see me?
I know. I'm like, Nicole, we have to go to that table. We have to go say hi to that guy. His name is Ted. I met him. We have to go see him. She's like, okay, all right. So we go over and I'm like, hi. He's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good. Okay, hey, Zach. So then I knew Ted was going to be there 2 weeks later. I begged my roommate. I'm like, please go with me, please. And he's like, no, I don't want to go. It's a high school reunion. Every time I go up there, I don't want to go up there. And I'm like, please, I know he's going to be there. I just want to go. I want to go see this guy again, see if there is anything. So, of course, we show up and we're walking up. Well, my roommate gets on his phone because it rings. So he gets on his phone and like veers off. So I'm walking by myself, and there's Ted sitting up front on the front like bench with his buddy and his buddy's girlfriend. And I walk up and I'm like, hey guys. Like, I'm sick to my stomach. I felt like I was going to throw up. He's like, yeah, but he was great because he was like, hey, you want to go get a drink with me? And I was like, yes, yes, I do. And then all night it was like perfect because I was like, I am done with guys like, all right, I'll see you out next time, like ask me on a date, like actually be a gentleman, like. And so I was like totally done with that. I'm like, okay, if this guy doesn't work out, like I'm done. Well, of course he's like, you want to go get a drink? Yes, I do. And then later he's like, will you play pool with me? Yes, I will. Would you go to dinner with me sometime? Yes, I will.
We went to dinner that night.
Perfect. Everything. I was like, yes.
We
this
shut.
is my man.
Famous Amos was 24/7, but I feel like we shut it down. I had to be at work at 5:30.
We left there at 4.
I got home at 4:30.
Wow.
Yeah, that day was rough.
You were on the high. What are you talking
I
about?
wasn't. Yeah.
Well,
I
when
was
you
still
came
on
to
the
our
high.
house for dinner, she's like, well, I want
The
you
broccoli.
to meet him. Yeah, and she burns
That's the one I love.
broccoli.
That one I love the most.
Burns broccoli. So the house smells like burnt fart. Like, it was the worst smell ever. I'm like, who burns broccoli?
It was
She
so
put it in
bad.
without water.
I remember
what
coming
is
in, I was
happening
like-
to you?
Somebody shit their pants.
Like, who are you? What is happening?
It's a weird family.
Because you're not clumsy at all, Carly.
No,
Like-
I'm not. And I never was until I met him. And then I'm just like stupid clumsy. Like I do dumb things
Oh.
all the time.
My
Trip,
nose is running from you making me laugh.
You do what all the time?
Trip.
No, before that.
No,
Um,
don't do it.
It's on video.
I don't know why you would say it again.
Clip that. Jake, clip that.
So you do have some fun stories about Ted, though.
Yeah. So Ted, so Ted's pretty clumsy too, and we went on a trip, and we're at the gas station, and we had to go food in our car that we wanted. I was like, here, Ted, can you throw this away? And he's like, here, give me all the trash. And he gets it, and he takes this cup. Well, the lid was like barely on, so he takes it and he throws it to the trash can. Well, the lid blows off, and it goes the next gas pump over where this woman is pumping her gas.
And Ted's never met a stranger.
yeah, Ted has no bubble. Like there's no bubble with this man. So and so the lid flies in front of her. Well, he goes and chases it, and she's leaning on her car, and he runs between her and the pump, and he jumps over her hose, but he trips on her hose and Superman's it in the gas station, and all I can hear is the jar of that thing jarring in her car. I can't believe he didn't rip the hose out of the pump, because they have like the release things. I can't believe he didn't take it. He falls to the ground. He gets up. He comes back into the car. I'm crying. I can't get it together because I can hear everything going down. And he jars it. He's like, "Oh, sorry about that." She goes, "It's all right." Like she had like the long nails, like just like, it was so funny. He gets back in the car and goes, "Can you believe that? She couldn't even step on it, and it was flying in front of her." He's so pissed that this chick couldn't step on the lid for him. The jar, how loud it was.
And,
It was
Ted,
right.
you're a big
It was
guy,
right
Ted.
in front of her.
It's
It
not
was
like
right
you're.
in front
It's
of
not
her.
like you're a little guy. Like you're a big dude. Like so for you to
No.
fall like that in front of her, can you imagine? She's like, "What the hell?"
I think she was taking it all in. She's like, "What is this guy doing? He's coming my way. What is happening right now?" She just looked at me. It's all right. She's like, "Just happened."
It sounded like a bomb went off.
Captain America told me never litter.
He does not litter. But yeah, he's pretty clumsy too. But then okay, so we go to a party at our old townhome,
I was just about to
and
tell this one.
this is another one where I get clumsy. Well,
I love scaring her.
I forgot something in our friend's house. They lived the next building over. So I run back and I'm like, "Here, wait here. I'll be right back. I just gotta go get it." And I run up there. I'm running back, and I step off the curb but trip and Superman it. My skin was gone to like my bone. Like it was so bad. I'm dripping blood down my arms, right? And I'm walking back. Meanwhile, this ass is
I'm hiding behind a car.
He's hiding behind a car, and he jumps out, scares the shit out of me. I'm pretty sure my blood went flinging everywhere. And he's like, "Oh my God, what happened?" You okay? 'Cause I'm just dripping blood. It was so bad.
She was quiet when she fell. I didn't hear her.
Oh, I was so embarrassed. Yes, I did. Oh, it was so bad. That next day was my first day scrubbing into surgery too.
Oh man.
That was my first
so much
day.
soap.
I had to get into the hospital. They had to doctor me up and put the clear bandages on. I had to scrub in. Oh my gosh, that was the worst.
Oh, that's terrible.
The doctor I worked for, he was so pissed. I could tell he was so pissed.
I'd have
He was
pretended.
like,
I'd have pretended.
"Really?"
I'd have been doing like this. Just splashing water.
I'm clean. I don't know why they got sepsis. That's weird.
Yeah, that'd be alright.
It's fine. Antibiotics. You're gonna want to take some antibiotics.
I like that one. And I like that one.
So Ted, which one? This one?
Yeah, do that one first.
So Ted had.
Because we gotta do all of them. Because
Are you gonna tell? Are you gonna tell it, Ted?
Yeah, you tell it.
So I had this guy working with me, this Colombian
Short
guy.
and quick. Okay.
Yeah, I had this Colombian guy working with
We
me.
got 30 minutes.
I had this Colombian guy working with me, and
He spoke good English.
he spoke
but
good
not,
English.
Not
You
great.
know, he worked with me for almost 2 years. Great guy. And one day we were riding in the car, in my truck or whatever. We're on our way to the next job, and I feel him turn and look at me, and he's like, "You got the fat." And I'm like, I turn and I'm like, "What?"
Like you were just talking about something else.
Yeah, we had been talking about something, and it was like a pause, and he's like, "You got the fat," and I'm like, "What?" And I say that again. He's like, "You got the fat." I'm like, "Are you calling me fat?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You got the fat," and I'm just like, "William," I'm like, "Where the hell did this come from?" You know, like, so now it's crazy because I have all range different customers, and I have a small Indian customer, right? I've been taking care of him and his family for years. And I'm at his house one time, and I come up to him. Again, I'm not a small guy.
But he's always excited to see Ted. Like it's really cute. He loves
He
Ted.
is, what do we say, little people? He is a little person, right? He is.
No, he's like 5 foot.
Oh no,
Yeah.
he's small.
So he's 5 foot. Maybe. On
And
a good day. And he's 6 foot.
he comes up to me and he gives me a hug, but a side hug kind of. So he turns to the side and he pats me on my belly, like my customer. Like he pats me on my belly or whatever, and I'm like, I pull away and I'm like,
I pulled
all
away.
right. Like I don't even know what to say. Like
He's like, oh, you're getting bigger, huh?
yeah.
And I'm crying. I'm laughing like, oh my gosh, he got the fat again.
Yeah, like they're all getting me. I'm like, I'm not even fat. Like, what was the other one you guys said? He didn't call me fat. There was another one too. I've had a couple little insecure.
He's always like, not that.
So I worked with Ted for a summer. Was it when you had Maddox or Nolan? Which
Nolan.
one? When you had
Nolan.
Nolan. So I worked
I don't
with
think we
Ted.
had Maddox yet.
So I worked with Ted for the summer, and so Carly stayed home, and then I would go to work with Ted. And so Ted wouldn't let me eat lunch because I had the fat. So he told me I could have a smoothie. And I was like,
So now,
I'm
so now we tease her.
hungry.
We tease her all the time when we are at lunch. We'll be out on the beach drinking beer, having wings at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you guys are eating at my time, 10:30. I'm like, what? You're allowed to have lunch?
Well, that was because we finished a big job, and that's the end of the day. That's when we did out at the beaches off A1A.
Yeah,
my end of the day never ended at that time. I quit
No.
so many times. I quit every day. I'm like, I'm not coming tomorrow. And he was like, all right, I'll see you at 7. I'm not coming. Don't come to my house. I'm not coming.
It's weird. You got in the truck every day I pulled up.
I'm like, damn it. And then,
I still get those pictures, and it still makes my face hurt.
the apartment complex.
Mm.
We cleaned
Yeah,
this
that
apartment
thing was-
complex. We had to pressure wash it, and we used bleach, right? It was bleach we had to use.
At that time, I was using outdoor bleach to do it to try and kill more of the mold that they had up at the
Because
top.
it was so bad. It was
It
so
was
bad.
bad.
I mean, the hallways were terrible. I mean, the chlorine wasn't going to work, so we had to use bleach. But
Mhm.
it would blow back on us. And so our eyes were, like, bleeding. And our skin was, I mean, and we were sunburnt. I mean, there was no amount of clothing we could wear to protect us.
This was our first time. This was my first time doing an apartment complex. I'm on a 28-foot ladder with a shirt wrapped around my face and glasses. I get down, the shirt looks tie-dyed. It's tie-dyed.
I'm
It
glad I
was
wasn't-
terrible.
No,
it was
no,
it was
that
the
was
worst.
a one and done.
That was the
That was a
worst
one and done.
experience
We should have
ever.
done a forklift. Like,
And then
Vanished.
we were painting, and I'm on the ladder, and it's a 2-story foyer, and I'm up at the top painting the trim, and I'm like, Ted, are you there? He's like, yeah, I'm here. He's in the kitchen. It was at my house. He's in the kitchen. I'm like, you're not holding the ladder. Like, I'm up at the very tippy top. I'm like reaching as far as I can to get the trim, and he wasn't even there holding the ladder. I'm like, I quit. I'm not
you
going
had
back.
the step behind you. If it slid, you would have hit the step. You'd have been all right.
He does that
Oh,
to me
I'd have
all
been
the time.
fine. I would have been fine.
I'm like, Ted, hold my ladder, don't leave. And he's standing off, and I'm like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be holding. Stop, come back.
I don't know. I'm like, no. I'm like, no.
He loves to shake my ladder too. He always comes up and shakes my ladder, and he's like, with my help, you could be the best. Every time. If I'm on the 8-foot, 6-foot, doesn't matter. He comes up and shakes my ladder.
You know, I did that to Nolan. Nolan was working with me. He was on the 6-foot. He was up, and I'm trying to teach him. You know, here at the house, he's painting up around one of the corners. He gets up. He's afraid to go high. So he's one down from the top, right? The spot that says don't stand on. And I'm like, just rest your shins, relax, feel the ladder, whatever. And he's like doing the work. I start leaning the ladder. He's
That is
holding
so
on or
wrong.
whatever.
That is
And I'm
so
like,
wrong.
you got it. I'm like, you got it. I'm like, just stretch out, get it.
He had me over the pool 2 days ago, and I was like, Ted, I don't want to go swimming. Like, please do not put me in the pool right now. It's not funny. Don't do this, right? And he's like, ha 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 ha. And he takes me, and he's literally, my arms are stretched out over the pool. I'm like almost laying in the water. I'm so far out. I don't know how he was able to hold me up. I couldn't believe I didn't go in. But he was like a little kid laughing, and
I
I'm
was
screaming, I'm laughing. I mean, I couldn't get it together because I'm scared for my life at this point, almost going in the water.
Well, I think it's funny is when Ted, remember when you did that one house and you fell in the pool? You were
Were
doing,
you with me? Was that the
no,
one you were with me?
you were pressure
Because I did
washing
it
the house.
twice. I did it twice. So the first one wasn't too bad because it didn't scare me. But the second time I've done it, because I've only done it twice, they had most pools have that weird,
A round or rectangle.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's there. This pool was jagged and wrapped around and did all this crazy stuff. And I'm cleaning and I'm doing stuff and I'm like, I totally got it. I got all the space behind me. I took a step back and I did the O face because I went straight back into the deep end. Like, I couldn't get out. I jumped to the edge, missed the edge to get out, and went straight back down because I fell like trying to step. Yeah.
That was at our friend's house too.
Yeah, that used to
I wonder if
live
they
in-
have it on their camera.
But there
I
was
wish
one that you were like, and they were home, and you walked out from the back, and you were soaking wet with
That's
your
the
shoes
one.
and everything, and they were like,
That's
"Hey,
the one. I
beautiful
came walking
day."
out. They were home. I'm like, y'all didn't
Never-
see me fall in? Like, their sliders were there. I was like, y'all didn't see me fall in the pool or hear me? They're like, no. Like, we're real good friends with them. I know they're
Yeah,
kids.
but
like,
the other one, you weren't friends with them, and you were walking out, and you were like, "Beautiful day," and you were like soaking wet. They're like, "Is he swimming in our pool?"
Sometimes.
So speaking of Colombian Spanish, Ted always likes to say, how do you say it? What do you say?
Puta?
No.
How you
Oh,
say?
Damian. That one.
Say it.
Damian beso de fuego.
This is what he says all the time. And I'm like, oh, great. Here goes Ted's Spanish. The only Spanish he knows. And we're all sitting out on the front porch. He goes, no, it's not.
No.
Punta.
No, yeah. I said Damian beso de fuego. She's like, that's the only Spanish you know. And that's when I was like, no, it's not. I gave a pause and punta.
Punta.
Oh,
Got
that's
that
fun.
one.
So we used to go and
Oh no, do the snake.
we used to go and give I used to call them, it's really bad, but they're called the blessing bags, but I used to call them bum bags.
I'm glad you changed the name.
Yeah, so we used to go and hand them out, and I think did I already say this on here?
Yeah, you did, but
When Ted goes, he's all excited. I'm like, go, hurry, go give it to that guy. And he runs over to go give it to him. And he comes back to the car, and I'm just sitting in the car, not really paying attention. And he comes back and he goes, am I bleeding? Right here. I'm like, no, why? What happened? And I look over at that huge sign. There's a huge metal sign just swaying.
Man, that thing.
He was looking down in a rush, hurry. And he nailed that thing. Right in the forehead.
I bet that homeless person was questioning whatever I gave him. He's like, I don't know.
ooh, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. You're
Yeah.
giving me the good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was so funny.
do that one.
The snake.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you talk?
I think we have one. I think we have time for one more, and then we'll have to do a part 2 with Ted.
Do the snake then. Did you do the snake one already?
I don't.
Where I
think,
called
think
you?
we've mentioned it, but so I was bartending. Carly was
Yeah,
working
so-
nights. Where were you working at the hospital?
No, we worked together at the restaurant. They had the night shift, and they were working, and I was off that night at Plaza 3 Steakhouse, which closed down. But I am at home. I'm watching soccer on the TV, and I'm drinking Fosters. I had 3 or 4 Fosters, and I'm like, I'll take the dogs out. Good thing they can't see the TV.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Are we
let's try.
recording this time?
Yeah, let's try
So-
more than 3 or 4.
I take the dogs out. I was trying to be responsible.
Yeah, you were
And-
not being responsible that
and
night.
I
This
take the
story
dogs
tells
out.
that.
And I panicked, right? I was responsible. I panicked. We had been shooting at a water moccasin earlier in the day.
No.
Well, the kids were.
What,
The kids were.
what
not
happened
us.
for responsible?
These other kids, not us. These kids that lived in the apartment complex were shooting at a water moccasin in the lake. And that's all I remember, right? So I take the dogs out late that night, and I'm not doing anything. And I step on something as I'm texting, and I kick it with my foot, right? And it kind of rubs up on me again, and I kick it with my foot. Chinzy and Sadie they're not going crazy, right? They're acting fine, so I don't think anything of it. The third time it bites me in my pinky toe. And I take the little camera. Now this is back in the day, so we had the flip phone. So I got my flip phone open, shoving it down there with the light, and I see this snake coiled up. I let the dogs go. I make it back to the steps. I'm panicking, and
You let my dogs go?
yes,
I'm glad they survived.
they're fast. So they followed me. So I let them go, and I walk over and I stand at the bench, and I'm panicked, and I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't feel anything. And I call her like 4 or 5 times. She finally answers, and Nicole's like, you should call 911.
Well, no, they call me. I'm working the bar. The bar's packed. Like I have a full bar, and somebody at the bar answered it, and they said, "Hey, it's for you." And I'm like, "Can you take a message? I'm too busy right now." Like I was in the weeds, and they're like, "It's your brother-in-law, and he says it's really important." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh! Like why is he calling me? Like at this time at night, right?"
I couldn't get a hold of her.
So I get on the phone. He's like, "Hey," I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, I got bit by a snake. What should I do? And I'm like, why are you calling me? Call 911. I'm like, what kind of snake is it? Because I mean, if you get bit by a snake in Florida, I mean, you have to have antibiotics regardless because they have so much crap in their mouth. But we have so many venomous snakes that if you're calling about being worried about a snake, most likely it's a venomous snake. So he's like, what do I do? I'm like, call 911. Where's my sister? He's like, I don't know. She's working. I can't get hold of her.
They say that when you get bit by the poison snake, you're supposed to feel it. And I felt like I had panicked, and adrenaline was hitting. That I was like, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything. And I remember when the ambulance got there, and they're like, you'd feel it by now. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm fine.
You're like,
they left. They were like, you're good.
It bit me 3 times.
Something to laugh about.
Oh yeah, but what's funny is that y'all thought you were gonna get me, and you put that snake in your garage.
Oh yeah.
And you guys asked me to go get something.
Oblivious, totally oblivious. He doesn't see shit.
And I couldn't even find it. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking for. And I come out there like, you didn't see the snake? I'm like, what snake?
Right on top of his toolbox. Like we literally
put it right there. But the funny thing is that my house had so many snakes. Like we had a pygmy rattler at the door every other day. Like, yeah. I mean, and then we had that possum in the garage. We have to talk about that next, Ted, on the next one.
Oh man.
With the possum, when the possum was in my garage. And then, I know what I wanted to tell you while we're on this, talking about bites. So I was at Carley and Ted's house 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, Carley and I are rushing. It's the last day, and we have this painting to finish for graduation. And so I'm freezing cold because we're so sunburnt from our trip, so like from being at the beach all day. So I'm like, Carley, let's go outside. I'm so cold. Like, let's go sit outside and finish painting this. So I guess when we went outside, I sat on a spider, and it bit me on my thigh. And so I was in such a hurry. We get in the van, and Pop's taking me to the airport, which is about 2 hours away. And so I'm like, man, Pop, something really got my leg. And I look down, and he's like, oh, that's bad. And so we're going along, and I look back down and go, I think it's getting bigger. And he looks over, and he's like, yeah, it's getting bigger. I'm like, should I mark it? He's like, yeah, mark it. So when I was marking it, well, this thing got the size of my hand. It was huge, like the welt on my leg, and it just kept growing. Well, I'm going to the airport. What am I going to do about it? Like, I can't do anything about it. So the next day, I get caught up with work and everything. And I'm like, man,
well, wait. Talk about the airport. What did that lady say to you, remember?
Oh, yeah. So I'm marking my leg. So I have like pen marks on my leg, on my inner thigh, mind you. Like, it's not in it's in a weird spot. And she's like,
a red circle.
Are you getting a tattoo? Are you marking a tattoo? I'm like, no, that's not.
In an airport?
Some lady asked her
yeah, she asked me if I was getting a tattoo. And I'm like, no, I got bit by a spider. She's like, oh, wow, that's bad. I'm like, yeah, it's getting bigger. And she's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, why would I? It's such a random spot to get a tattoo.
Getting a circle tattoo.
Yeah, I'm going to put a spider web there. I'm just marking it out, see how big I want it.
You should do that now.
Yeah, but anyway, I ended up going that night. I called Ted, and I said, hey, I'm going to send you this picture of my bite. What do you think? Because you were bit by a brown recluse before.
On my knee.
Yeah, and I was bit by a brown recluse before, and so I send it to Ted, and I'm like, hey, when do you think I should when does it require a doctor's visit? He's like, now, go now, yesterday. You should go right now. What are you
I
doing?
saw
Go there
that
right.
thing. I was like, oh yeah.
Go right
You
now.
should
Why
already
are
be
you
there.
waiting? Yeah, he's yelling at me. I'm like, okay, fine. And I was with a client. She's like, you need to go to the doctor for that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the grocery store and then I'll run. She's like, no, doctor first. Like, go to the doctor first. So I did. I got antibiotics. I just finished my antibiotics.
The
So
tables have turned.
yeah.
So, hey, I have a funny story about today. So, real quick, today I had to take the boys to the doctor for a physical for their sports. Well, we go in, and on the way, driving there, they're nervous, and Nolan's like, Mom, do they have to look at my junk? Like, do they gotta look? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. We're just doing physical. Like, they're gonna make you jump up and down, like, see if you got your balance and stuff, and it'll be fine. So he's all nervous about it. I'm like, I don't think so though. So we get there and they put out the gowns on the bed and he looks at me and he's like, Mom, like that they got gowns. Like that's just real right now, right? So I'm laughing, like I can't get it together. So so I'm like, and the girl goes, go ahead and take everything but your underwear off. And they're like, they look at me like with deer in headlights, like, no, right? So then the doctor's like, okay, come on over, we'll lay down right here. And she's checking him and feels his stomach, and then she goes, okay, I'm gonna look down low, okay? And Noel's like, okay.
Is that what he did?
Yeah. He's like beat red, right? So embarrassed, like so embarrassed. So I'm crying, like I can't get it together. I'm such a bad mother because I'm sitting in the room hysterical. The doctor's trying to keep a straight face and do her job.
What's
So
Maddox
then
doing while he's doing
he
it?
gets done. Maddox is laughing. He's over here giggling, but at the same time, he's like the panic is setting in. And he's like, oh shit, I'm next. Like the panic totally sets in. Then she calls him over and lays him down. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and look in here. And Nolan's off to the side and he goes, good luck finding raisins or something like that, right? So we all erupt. We cannot stop laughing. We're all doing that laugh that you can't control. You can't stop. The doctor chuckles a little bit, and then she's trying to keep a straight face and like keep it together. We're dying. Maddox can't even keep it together to like do what she's asking. Like she's like, okay, go ahead and put your hands together, bend down, bend over. I need to look at your spine. And he is crying, red face, can't keep it together. Later, on the way home, he goes, it's not raisins. More like grapes. I was dying. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. These kids are so funny. They really are.
Okay,
They're
so we're gonna have Ted on again for part 2, and we're gonna talk about Ted's doctor appointment because that's a good one, and about a possum in my garage. So thanks for joining us tonight, and we look forward to talking to you next week.